If you understand this concept, your life will change completely and you'll be able to achieve anything that you want in your life. You have to understand that giving is far better than receiving. When you give, you feel better than when you receive. When you're able to change that switch in your mind and stop worrying about receiving and just give, the world is gonna reward you automatically, because the world is made of people and people love receiving. Receiving what? Receiving everything you have to give. Receiving love, receiving compassion, receiving value, receiving service, receiving everything that you can imagine. Okay? And the other important thing is that when you're worried about receiving, you cannot give your best. And when you cannot give your best, people are not willing to give you back. So you're not receiving your best. So there's really no point in worrying about receiving, because if you worry about receiving, you won't receive. So you want to start thinking about giving and giving and giving. And then people will gravitate towards you, because that transmits that you have enough for yourself, that you are safe enough, that you are confident enough, that you are abundant enough, prosperous enough, that they can come and be part of this game, be part of whatever you're creating. And then they will start giving you back. Generosity is the key. Giving. Giving is much deeper than you think. Giving is a state of mind. If you're thinking about receiving or taking, you're coming from scarcity. You're not coming from abundance. Scarcity is never going to stick, because people want something that's not going to drain their energy. Giving is so good that after you really start getting into it, you will feel so elevated and so happy to be able to give more and more value to people that you will want to start giving more. And that becomes a self-feeding, self-repeating, self-fulfilling, never-ending cycle. And the more you give without thinking, the more people will reward you for it, because you're connecting with the energy of abundance. And when you connect to the energy of abundance, you have to receive the same reality. You have to receive the same energy back to you. When you connect to the energy of abundance, there's no other way except you also receiving abundance back. The more generous you are, the more generous people you're going to start crossing paths with. The more loving you are, the more value providing you are, the more you're going to start crossing paths with abundant people that are willing to give you more back. And that's the ultimate dimension where you want to live at. Whenever you're too worried about receiving, taking, you will start creating the same surroundings for you. You start creating less generous people, more scarce people in your life, and that's not what you ultimately want. So all you have to do is find inside of yourself a place of security and abundance. You have to understand that all the riches, they start within yourself. Everything has to come from inward so they can flow from outward towards you. What comes out of you determines what's going to come back to you. That's one of the ultimate keys. If you make your life all about abundance, helping the next person, helping someone else, this is actually a state of mind in which you're living at, and a state of mind that you always want to be operating under. That's what you have to do. Practice abundance and generosity wherever you go. It's always about more and more and more, and never less, less, less. It's all about what are the seeds of abundance that I can keep planting everywhere I go in life. It doesn't matter where, everywhere, because that's who I am. That's where I'm going through in life. It doesn't matter. How many abundance seeds can I plant? Think about this instead of thinking that you're always losing something, that you're always trying to save more and more energy. If you're trying to save energy, that means you're living under scarcity, that you don't believe within yourself that you have plenty of energy to give. If you don't believe that you have plenty of energy to give, why should I believe that I should give you energy? Why? Because if you don't have plenty, now I feel like you're gonna take from me. And nobody wants to be taken advantage of. You are the real source of energy. All it takes is a belief for you to understand if you have enough energy to give or not. That's just a state of mind. Where do you want to operate? Abundance or scarcity? Where you operate, it's where you live. Stop thinking about saving energy. Stop thinking about saving money. Stop thinking about saving, so you can not die and you can survive better. No. Start thinking about making, giving more, so you can thrive more and you can receive more of the same thing. If you like this content, follow me on Instagram and learn how to master yourself even more.